How frustrating is it when you're linked to another Hollywood star, and even if you've barely met them?
Very frustrating. Almost as frustrating as being asked about it.
Yeah, you don't like going there.
I mean, what's the point?
Was the whole process painful physically for you to make this, because there's a lot of surgery involved, a lot of drugs involved, obviously, hormones, etc.
Yeah.
Was it challenging in that way?
And I just did my nose. I just got my breast done. Just little things that I've always wanted to do. The medication.
Your private parts are different now, aren't they?
I don't want to talk about it because it's really personal, and I don't know. I'd rather talk about my modeling stuff. I'd rather talk about being in W and being, maybe in Italian Vogue and doing fun stuff and showing people that after the transition, there's still life.
Notice how gracefully she redirects the invasive questioning about her physical transition to her professional achievements. This isn't just about privacy. It's about recognizing trans individuals as complete human beings, not just their medical histories. When she speaks of life after transition, she's highlighting a crucial narrative often overlooked in trans stories. The transition isn't the end of the story. It's just the beginning of someone living their most authentic life. She's not asking for acceptance. She's showing what success looks like on her own terms.
Were you able to wear undergarments?
You're like the fifth person that's asking.
Well, no,
that
because
what is going on? Since when did people start asking each other in interviews about their underwear?
No, this is not a.
Is what I.
Is it inappropriate
to ask somebody what kind of underpants they wear?
I didn't ask you what kind.
You just asked me if I was wearing any.
Things are clearly going brilliantly in your career. I just wondered if you are as happy in your private life, and will we be seeing a certain Mr. Ashton Kutcher perhaps making a trip over here?
Wow, how disappointing was that question?
Should we move on to another one?
Absolutely.
I think there was a question. We've got to move on. I think
I'm
there's a question.
happy and I'm single, if that's what you were really asking.
If you could use makeup or your phone one last time, which one would you pick? Makeup or your phone?
Is this what you think girls have trouble choosing between?
Yeah. Can you really go anywhere without your cell phone?
Yes.
How long can you go without looking at Twitter?
Many hours.
Hours.
Many hours.
I don't believe it.
Absolutely, I have to do it. But, when I'm at a dinner table, I like to be present and talking.
Good quality.
Eye contact.
Ladies learn.
Right
Listen and learn, ladies.
Boys learn.
Right now we got our.
Have you seen the new?
Boys and girls, we can all learn.
You can choose between being a god or a fish. What would you choose, and which fish would you like to be? Sorry, I shouldn't ask those questions. I'm sorry about that.
Sorry, I don't know. I don't want to be God, but maybe I'd love to be God's fish.
That's cool. We're almost writing poetry right now.
Yeah, almost. Not really.
It's not really good poetry, but it sounds like poetry.
People love to laugh. I mean, clearly that's why people love you. But they also know that you have some shock value to you. I mean, you're on the cover of your book. You're wearing a fur, and you knew that there would probably be animal rights activists.
This whole interview is becoming a defensive interview.
No!
Are you wearing leather shoes?
Yes!
Shut up.
I'm talking.
You know what I mean? I don't want to hear. You're wearing fur. You're wearing leather shoes.
I'm not an activist,
You're eating chicken.
Yeah.
You're eating meat. I don't want to hear this nonsense. Come to me with a paper belt, and I'll talk to you.
Wondering about, do you have a penis or not?
My beautiful vagina is very offended by that question.
Really? So you got a vagina? Now we all know that.
Why are we so obsessed with categorizing people based on their anatomy? Isn't it time we moved beyond these reductive notions and started treating people as, well, by fixating on physical attributes, we're completely missing the point. Gender identity is much more complex and personal than what's in someone's pants. It's about how people perceive, express themselves, and navigate the world. This whole exchange perfectly illustrates why we need more nuanced conversations about gender identity. Our society is still stuck in this outdated, binary way of thinking, causing more harm than good.
malfunction the other night. What's the lesson learned from something like that, other than that you keep smiling, which you always do?
Well, it was obviously an unfortunate incident. I think it kind of made me sad on two accounts. One was that I was very sad that we live in an age when someone takes a picture of another person in a vulnerable moment and rather than delete it and do the decent thing, sells it. And I'm sorry that we live in a culture that commodifies sexuality of unwilling participants, which brings us back to Les Mis, because that's what my character is. She is someone who is forced to sell sex to benefit her child because she has nothing and there's no social safety net. And so let's get back to Les Mis.
One of the most creative turns of a question I have ever heard, and I'm going to take it at that. That's fine.
You are in phenomenal shape.
Thank you.
You had to make sure you were in perfect shape for this one, didn't you?
It was about being able to do the stunts and the fighting perfectly.
What was that suit like? It had to be comfortable to wear, but it looked like it was so form-fitting, was it?
It was fine. I think Christian had it worse in the bat suit than I did. I didn't have my ears covered.
Is there a certain regimen you put yourself through in terms of the diet, the workout? What is the feline fitness regime?
It's just watch what you eat and get yourself to the gym.
Any particular workout?
Are you trying to lose weight?
Well,
what's the deal, man? You look great.
No.
No, seriously. We have to talk about this. What do you want? Are you trying to fit into a cat suit?
All right, well, it seems like you're busy with something because you're forgetting to cut your son's hair. Look at him. He is beautiful, but look at his hair. When are you going to cut that hair?
Do you have a problem with that?
No, I don't have a problem. That is some long hair.
You know, I have to say, it's amazing, right? You cut some people shave the head of their children, and people say, oh, isn't that terrible? Well, I don't even cut my son's hair, and they say, oh my God, when is she gonna cut her son's hair?
Right.
You know? Whatever I will do, I won't please everyone.
This isn't just about hair. It's about personal choice, individual expression, and the courage to parent authentically despite external judgment. She transforms what could be a trivial conversation into a statement about parental sovereignty. By refusing to conform to arbitrary aesthetic standards, they're modeling a powerful lesson for their child. Your worth isn't determined by how closely you match others' expectations. How about we let parents make decisions for their children? Novel concept, isn't it? And while we're at it, maybe we could redirect all this energy we're wasting on judging other people's parenting choices into something more productive, folks. No matter what you do, someone out there will have an opinion about it. So why not just do what feels right for you and your family?
But are you still considered the fat guy when you go to a party or anything? Because I run into that a whole lot. I'm the fat one. Okay. So are you the fat guy in Hollywood still, or is everybody like look at you and they're like, oh wow, this is great, now you're healthy?
Do you have any other questions?
I didn't know that I was coming up here just now. They tricked me. I'm not kidding. They're like, you just have to take this picture in this room, and I went in there, and then they just ushered me in here. So, hi, here I am. Sue, are you part of this? So, what's going on?
Joaquin, directly in front of you, Chris with GMA Philippines. The movie obviously is about the Joker, but it goes beyond that. It's really about the mental state he was in. Can you tell me a little bit about what research or what kind of what you did to prepare for this? Because this was really an intense performance. What was kind of the process of getting into that mindset?
Isn't this old news? Isn't this old news? Didn't I felt like I've talked about this for 6 months. What? I mean, right? I mean, I feel like I answer these questions. You wanted to get in? It's like you want to hear a different version of it? I try and change it slightly, or what should I do?
Where do you see the character going if you come back?
What do you mean? Why?
Huh?
What do you mean, why?
I think there is some criticism that says, like, obviously going right into sequels is sort of just predictable and might undermine the exact reason why the film is so unique. I'm not saying.
No, I don't care who's saying it. I mean, it's awesome. I love it. I love whoever says it. Have you guys been here all night sitting in here?
Yes.
Is it all right or is it awful? Are you bored? Like, do they bring you food? Do you have drinks? Like, no, nothing? Do you have some food? Okay. There's more space in here than there was in there. So I'm not kidding. So maybe you're doing all right. And my publicist is telling me I just need to go home. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much.
Okay,
Were you asked to physically transform at all as Princess Leia? I heard they asked you to lose weight.
They did. They always do. They want to hire part of me, not all of me. So they want to hire about 3/4. And so I have to get rid of the 4th somehow.
So
The
what,
4th
was this
can't
before
be
the
with
first
me.
movie or before the bronze?
I made a joke.
I'm sorry, what was it?
The 4th can't be with me.
Oh, the 4th can't be with you. That's.
And I made it up just then.
You just made it up
Never
just
mind.
now?
Yeah, just for
And
you.
I've covered a lot of fashion weeks. This is the first time I've run into Jim Carrey. Wait, tell me, is it true you're wandering the streets? You need a date to the party? What's up?
No. I'm doing just fine. I just, there's no meaning to any of this. So I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join, and here I am.
They're celebrating.
You got to admit it's completely meaningless.
Well, they say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating
Do you believe
icons,
in
boy, that is just the absolute lowest aiming, possibility that we could come up with. It's like icons. Do you believe in icons? I don't believe in personalities. I don't believe that you exist, but there is a wonderful fragrance in the air.
You don't believe certain icons have the power to make change, to think differently, to be bold, to inspire others? Artistry? You're one of them.
On the good foot. Ha! Yeah. You shut her down now.